This video is brought to you by
Cool Green Clothing. You already know what it is. We done gone worldwide and we coming straight out of Baltimore. Go online right now at coolgreenclothing.com and I assure you, you'll find something on the website right now just for you. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. And that's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. It's free. It helps get the video out there. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. It's a requested video. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely tap that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. As a parent, one of our main objectives is to protect our kids, rather from dangers of the world, situations that can take their innocence from them, and a list of other things. I can go on and on. We all want to be able to go to sleep at night, making sure our babies are safe and sound, especially when they are young. Depending on your style of parenting, kids are raised in different ways. Some are overprotective, rather from their own past traumas or just fears of what can happen out there. They don't allow their kids to hang out with friends, go to people's houses, or really ever leave their sight unless it's to go to school. But others understand you gotta let a kid be a kid. Go through growing pains, learn how to navigate the world without you. And in a lot of environments, it's normal to see a group of preteens and teens hanging out alone, just having fun. Of course, nowadays you have smartphones, sharing locations, FaceTime, social media, text messages, so it's easy to make sure your child is safe at where they say they would be and to check in. That's a lot more advanced than 10, 15 years ago when it wasn't like that. As a parent who wanted their child to have fun and be amongst their peers, once they left the house, you just had to pray and get them a little lecture to make sure they understood what to do and what not to do. If they did have a cell phone, maybe call every few hours. But a lot of times, parents depended on other adults or the community to regulate. If they saw their child doing something or being somewhere they wasn't supposed to be at, it was common courtesy to call or knock on their door to notify them about what's going on. But no parent is ready for their child to leave the house and never come back. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll be taking it all the way back to 2012 to discuss the case of a 13-year-old found in Baltimore, and then the cover-up began. Back in 2012, 13-year-old Monae Turnage was a young lady full of life and ambition. The 8th grader who attended William C. March Middle School was very active, from everything to sports, participating in talent shows, singing, where she also participated in church and the youth choir. She even was in a program for young ladies called Young Divas, who taught the young women to have high self-esteem, self-control, and how to navigate in their community. The high energy teen, like most, loved to dance, eat, smile, and talk. As everybody loved Monae, who friends and family called Huggy, Money, or Mo, and she loved everybody, especially her family at home. Of course, being a teenager, she loved to go to the mall or just hang out with friends, with dreams of one day becoming a pediatrician. But back then, her focus was on having fun, being a young girl. So on a March day, 2012, when she told her mother she was going out skating with friends, no one thought nothing about it. She told her family she will see them later and left home. As that evening turned into night, her mother became concerned, but thought maybe Monae had got caught up and would be home soon. She called a couple of the teen's friends and parents, but no one knew where she was at. The next day, on March 4th, her mother went to file a missing persons report. When they returned back home, they spoke to neighbors and people in their Northeast Baltimore neighborhood. Monae's older brother spoke to 2 of her friends. At the time, a 12-year-old boy and 13-year-old boy who we will call TJ and Corey for the sake of the story. They stated they had saw her the day prior. They told her brother they would help look for her. TJ's mother, at the time, 48-year-old Veronica Alford, had also showed concern. She told Monae's mother she hoped she is okay and confirmed they will definitely find her. As family and friends searched, one of the teen boys, Corey, told Monae's brother, like, yo, you search one side of the alley, I will search the other. In the 1600 block of Cliffview Avenue in Northeast Baltimore. As her brother walked through the alley, he saw feet hanging out under trash bags. Scared to look, his uncle walked over and unfortunately realized it was Monae, already gone. They called BPD, who responded to the scene and quickly realized she was suffering from a single gunshot wound. As the investigation started, police noticed no evidence on the scene. They came to a conclusion. Monae was probably shot somewhere else and her body placed right there. But at first, it was no leads or suspects. As her mother and family were left to grieve, they wanted answers, as they felt the community knew something. They spoke on trying to cope after making the horrifying discovery. As a few days went by, the family and police was all wondering about the two teen boys who claimed they had saw her the day she went skating and knew exactly where to search in the alley. With their guardians present, police went to talk to TJ and Corey. As they started asking the young men questions about seeing Monae alive, like where did she go, was she looking scared, it soon became clear with their answers they were hiding something, but police needed to find out just what. But one of them would slip up and stated Monae was at the house with them not far away where her body was found, in the 1600 block of Darley Avenue. With hesitation, the teen broke down. He claimed they were playing with a family member gun, a .22 rifle, and it accidentally went off and a bullet hit Monae. They claimed they panicked, told the closest adult, who was TJ's mother, Miss Veronica, and she allegedly told the boys they had to move the body and get rid of the gun. She helped them transport Monae to the alley and in a shocking twist called the family friend, a Baltimore City police officer, to hide the gun, which belonged to a family member, at the time 21-year-old Martinez Armstrong. As police conducted a surprise search of their fellow officer's personal car and home, they found the rifle and had a cover up on their hands. With their confessions, TJ and Corey were both charged as juveniles with involuntary manslaughter. Veronica turned herself in and was charged with obstruction, accessory after the fact, and other charges. Martinez, already a convicted felon, was charged with gun violations. Ironically, the police officer was never charged. As the truth came out about what happened, Monae's family was hurt, and her mother still believed it was all lies being told, and it didn't happen like they said it happened. She stated, how could she believe the teens and Veronica when they lied to her face? Took her son to have to suffer knowing he would find his little sister's body. She felt something more sinister took place at the house. Other family members agreed the situation didn't sit right. If it was an accident, why try so hard to cover it up? The community had a vigil for Monae, and everybody showed up to show support and to grieve the situation that shocked the whole community. As she was laid to rest, mothers who also lost children to the Baltimore streets showed up to pay their respects. As others just wanted to be known, they stood with the family and was tired of burying kids. As the cases made their way to court, TJ and Corey both were found guilty on all charges. Both young men were sentenced as juveniles. Martinez was also found guilty on gun charges and sentenced. Veronica pled guilty to her role and was sentenced to 5 years, all suspended by 18 months in prison. Monae's family filed a lawsuit against the city, but I'm not sure how that played out. Rest in peace to Monae. I send my prayers and belated condolences to her family. As a parent, I couldn't imagine finding my child laying in an alley. The cold part was the cover up. It's like while one mother was looking for answers and grieving her child, another was trying to protect hers. But I want to leave this one open for discussion. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about the situation. Leave it in the comments. Yeah, man, terrible story. Rest in peace to Monae. I definitely remember this one. But But I ain't gonna talk too much more about it. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. This another episode of the Baltimore Way. It's your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.